Hello guys, this is the SWTOR guy here and welcome to a different kind of video. This is, I actually, when I was cleaning on my PC, one of my new PCs, I found some of the old screenshots, what I've been saved over the last few years, how much I screenshotted in the game. So I'm just gonna see, it's been a long time since I saw these, and I'm gonna tell a little bit of backstory and stuff like that, so you get to know a little bit of me, of these, like screenshots. So basically, the first one, which you can see right here, is these are actually old ones, so sorry if the picture is not like 100% on your screen, but I apologize. This is not like 192, not 920. I mean 1920. So X, the 1080p. So basically just 720p screenshots. So the first one here is actually just the hyper beam of the probably the ancient hypergrade or hypergate, because back in the day it actually taked, I can tell you, it's 2013 January 10th, and it's 1341 is the time, so 144 pretty much, which was amazing. The second one, victory, it's a PvP match, but I don't know how much I killed, but I was one of the most really good like DPSs in here, and yeah, level 50 at this time. Still not that big. 42 kills, actually, not that bad. This is what when we killed Cafis. So this is a 60-man nightmare mode at the time, and we are so proud of this. And this was my old guild called Friendly Fire. It was so amazing in that time. I really loved it. The next one is probably just some sales and things like that. I don't think that's really important. The next one is before the other kill. Like this is another kill, but with different people, so they can see the mechanics and stuff like that. There is not much of a big deal here. Look at how much stuffs I got there back in the day. That was like hollow stems and adrenals. Wow. The next one is another PvP match victory with over 5k damage. That is not that bad as well. Coruscant, yeah, back in the day it looked pretty good, and there is like a little bit interesting message, what you can see, like hey, could you make some mods? I'm unrelenting. Yeah, back in the day I used to love crafting a lot of mods and stuffs like that to a lot of people, and that's how I made a lot of credits back in the day. Another one for Coruscant, not much of a big deal. PvP, but the healing is 600k as a level 50 character back in time. That was not that bad. Shut up, Steam. Next one is also that one, and this one is yeah, Xenomorph. Xenomorph. Oh, I don't know the name. Xenomorph something. I'm pretty sure for that. But the thing is, this was like one of the Xeoanalysis too. Sorry, this was one of the first skills what we done. Like this was really good. Harris Pilton, back in the day, this guy was hilarious, and this was like one of the first skills. Not really a big deal. This one is from the GTN. These are just some short images. What you can see. Titan 6, this one just came out at the time, and as you can see, we are all mumble and stuff like that. We are super hyped for the expansion. This was another like actually my my not I'm gonna say like my favorite friend, but my best friend in the game, and unfortunately he quit it after He played the next expansion, I think, and after that he quitted. It's unfortunate, but we still like good friends, and we're not gonna say we hanging out because I'm in Hungary and he is in the UK. So he came in here one time, but that was just in his family, so I don't want to like say, hey, hi, how are you doing? The next one is an interesting one. This one is, if you guys didn't see it, I'm on the fleet and I'm right next to the stairs in the map. But if you guys like seeing this one, it's pretty much like Emperor is going down in the Death Star. It's pretty much the same as that. This is the Carbonite Chamber thing, which is not that kind of a big deal. I think we're doing KP at this time. This one is one of my favorite stuffs. Actually, this was the ending, of course. When I done Knights of the, oh no, actually it was the beginning of Macab. Sorry, it was the beginning of Macab. That's how we leveled. We got each groups, and of course I was in a hardcore PVE stuff. So basically, there was some persons who just speed it up, like don't interest in the story and stuff like that. They just went into the boss straight after. And those persons who are just interested in this story, they had like each groups like 3 or 4 guys, and they just went into the story. And me, Indy, and Ears, another guy who quitted, or actually rage quitted into the game. We just started it together. This whole thing together, it was just looked so good, and I needed to screenshot that. This was another screen when I realized like how big Macab is. Like this one is so really awesome back in the day. I really loved the scene. Like that purple bridge was amazing for me. This was Titan 6. Like this was, I think, one of the first tries what we done. Like just Macab view, stuff like that. Not that kind of a big deal. This one is also like views and every stuffs and things. I don't know what is this one actually. Lord Tegris. I don't know what this is, to be perfectly honest. Follow Lord Tegris. I really don't know where the Arkham. I really don't know what this is. I maybe forgot that, to be perfectly honest. Now this one, what I remember, is from the Macrobinocular, and I think this was a really different boss fight, if I remember right. But that looks so cool. This was in Voss, and also like locate stuffs and things like that. But just the view is absolutely incredible. There was some random screenshot, and this was the fight, or the Macrobinocular heroic, when it was so good. Like this jumping after jumping, I'm just gonna show you the whole screenshots what I take. It was so good. I really loved it, and I needed to take some screenshots because this was so amazing, and I really loved it back in the day. How much you like jumping and stuff like that to other platforms, and it's actually like an awesome reference to Star Wars Episode 2 as well. But the view there is absolutely amazing, and I really loved it. Just jumping in Narshida. This one was the Secret Droid last thing. So the Secret Droid last mission. It was free. We freemanned it. It was really hard back in the time. This was a Macab picture. That was, yeah, it was just the views. I think this one is just like the country courtyard. But this purple bridge, what you see right now, is one of my favorite stuffs in Macab. I really love this bridge and how the looks and things like that. That's why I needed to take the screenshot, because it looks absolutely amazing. This one is officers. Yeah, this one is an interesting one. In that time, Terra from Beyond Nightmare came out, and that's why they said officers take screenshots. In that time, now I was an officer on this guild, so basically like one of the leaders, and I was just having fun, Maybe this was hard. I'm not quite sure if it's probably it was Nightmare, but because Common Villainy came out, so probably it was Nightmare at the time. But this was the time after I done Common Villainy hard and done Terror from Beyond Nightmare Burgess Boss. That's where I started to quit the game. This was in still 2013, but that was like a couple of pictures what I needed to take, but that was not that kind of a big deal to me, if you ask. Can I leave now? Go! Yeah, these are some old things. Recollecting the sabers and stuff like that. I don't know why I take too much screenshot, but now this one is also a bit interesting. Back in the day, and probably you can't still, you can't enter this rank or spit, this Grim Tooth, but we managed to get it with a bug. And we went in here and we killed this Grim Tooth. It was not that kind of a big deal challenge, but it was so fun to do it. This was the skill tree back in the day. I loved it. And that was actually mine. And this was some space stuff. This is also macabre like. There is a lot of stuff in here. What you can see in macabre, and the first time sawing these, that was pretty amazing. This was actually a big achievement for, okay, not just me, but I basically done it, but for a lot of these persons who can't, like, these are Hungarian players, but the Hungarian players are not that good in the game back in the day, and I managed to finish these guys up to get Scum and Villainy story mode done at least, and we done it. So that was that's why they said, okay, let's go set up and let's go take a screenshot. But a lot of persons I met in real life, and they are so amazing, and I really like them back. But now, unfortunately, a lot of guys just quit it or just moved away in the country and stuff like that. Now this one, the head bug, back in the day, that was a so amazing head bug. But this one is also a bit of nice bug as well. This one is also like another like 16-man stuff, which was not that kind of a big deal. Yeah, back in the day, I changed my name to Fappler because a lot of people like change it to because you guys can see my character names: Appler, Rapper, Peter, and a lot of stuff was starting with double R's and stuff like that. And one of the guys said, okay, let's just change it to Fappler, and I changed it to Fappler. And that was one of the funniest ones. But I changed it back, of course, obviously. That was one of the first packs I bought, I think. That's why I screenshotted it on the cartel market. Not that kind of a big deal. Yeah, this face can see everything. That's why I screenshotted it. Like, that face right there for me, that was so hilarious. I laughed it. Now, also a little bit of nice bug in here. Also really good. Now, this one is also big and interesting. This was at the end of the Turka. I don't know which flashpoint. The Turka meltdown or the other one. But where the big boss is at the last. Basically, we decided to go in a duel, and I jumped. I pushed that guy up to there. So basically, he was just basically shooting me all the time. It was so hilarious. That was one of my like real life friends, like in 16 or 17 years, and we playing together so much. So that is why I just take the screenshot, because it was a really good moment in that time. This one is just for good looking, not that kind of a big deal. Now this one is when I started. Like this was in 2013, September 15, when I just realized, okay, I don't have too much money. Let's just make some and show it. And I showed the process, like how much stuff I'm selling. And this was back in the day. Like, look at the red blade contest for 200k. Now it's like a million, I think, or the Tanavesh. These are just so hilarious. And now this was on this picture was done on September 15th, 2013, and on September 18th, 2013, I made 10 million credits. It was just 3 days, and I done it. It was just so easy. That was my pretty much goal. But after that, I went up. December 20th, 2013, I made 13 million, and that's it. And after that, just some PvP pictures. And back at level 55, I almost weighed 1 million damage. That was my goal back in the day when I was PvPing, just to make it 1 million damage, and I'm happy for that. And this was the end. I think I stopped at 14, or no, actually this was now a different picture because I have different skin and stuffs. This was, oh, I'm just looking at, this was made on 2014, so we jumped a year, May 31st. Yeah, May 31st. And after that, June 14th, these are just some pictures. This was, I think it was just a really weird thing. Now this one is, I don't want to show, but I'll show this picture. You can get it unless you're doing the bug. And there is the bug. Like, they exploit what a lot of people has been talking about. Like, I needed to take that screenshot because it was hilarious. This was in 2014, so 2 years ago. This exploit was so famous and a lot of people just done it. So yeah, this was so hilarious. This one, I don't know why I made it. This was probably one of my friends' first time ever like did it. But this one is also from there. That was so amazing. These are just some screenshots from the PTS, actually. What you need for as a war supply and stuff like that. I don't want to show it all because there was a lot of pictures in that time. Let's just move on to the next one if I found it. There is nothing else in here, just some group going on. I don't know why I take these pictures. Probably it was like nothing, but somehow accidentally I made it. I don't know why I made that picture. Yeah, this one is just for the hat, and you guys can see I'm not subscribed all the time to the game. As you can see, I'm on prefer status, and that's why I screenshotted it, because it shows the hat, which not showing in general, but it's showing here. It's weird. And now I was level 60 at this time. And there was like Terrence Shawn now as my companion, but this was level 65. This one is made on 2015, so a year ago. November 8th, almost a year ago, I made this picture. Yeah, this picture is just for showing I sold a versatile. I don't know why I screenshotted that, maybe for a video. Also this one for 2.5 million. I don't know why I screenshotted. I probably wanted to screenshotted that one. This was on December and I was in Rebennack at the time. Yeah, a pointless picture. Probably these these pictures are thanks to that holo thing when I tried to test it. This was on August back in the day, and this one is a really recent one, September 9th, 2016, and that was the last picture probably I made for accident. So guys, that was a little bit of like history between Star Wars, between me, how I just what I done. Back in the day I done a lot of PvP, as you guys can see, but now I'm not really anymore. Maybe I'm gonna do it again, but we'll see. That's it. If you liked the video, feel free to like it, and I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.